Hey, what's going on, guys? Khordmaster here. So I want to talk about the OP-1 field today, and I'm not sure what the title exactly of this video is going to be, but at the time of recording, I want it to be something along the lines of the OP-1 field is not what I thought it would be, but that's okay. I bought the OP-1 field thinking that it was going to be something that I can take with me anywhere and be able to have a awesome time creating music from scratch with just the device itself. Coming from the OPZ, that was something that I've done with the OPZ all the time, and I felt like the field was going to be not allow me to do all or even some of the things that the Z allowed me to do, but I mean, I guess we can say some of those things. Like, I understood it wasn't a sequencer. I understood it was a 4-track recorder, and that I was going to have to get out of my comfort zone in using it, right? And not only essentially like deal with MIDI and then changing sounds and things like that. Like, that's what was most comfortable for me. I'm just going to switch hands real quick because this is a little uncomfortable holding this up this whole time. So 1 second. The field was something that I bought thinking that I can just use it by itself, and I have had not a good time, not a fun time using the OP-1 field as a standalone device. I've had an amazing time, however, using it in conjunction with other things. And I'm just going to kind of go over a few different scenarios that I have loved using the OP-1 field with. So one of them is I recorded a lot of songs that I enjoy listening to some of the different tapes on the OP-1 field. As a matter of fact, I titled each of the tapes like a different genre, and then within, say, the hip-hop genre, I recorded 4 different songs, one on each of the different tracks, and I just loved listening to music on the OP-1 field, pitch shifting it instantly, looping sections of it instantly, and just experiencing music that I normally like listening to just in a different way. So that was one thing that I really enjoyed doing, and I have a save file. I was going to say like a video game, but I have I guess a backup of that particular tape. I haven't done that in a while, close to a year. But that was fun just to have that on there, and I can just listen to music. It was like really cool. Another thing, and it did kind of like a combination of that, or kind of similar to that, is like music that I've created on my iPad, on like Koala Sampler or Chord Gadget, or on my OPZ. I loved recording performances of those songs onto tape on the OP-1 field, and then doing the same thing, like pitch shifting and slowing it down and all that stuff. Then we have, like, when I was doing some live streaming with my Yamaha Montage M8X, as well as what I'm currently in the process of setting up and doing with my favorite digital piano. I love the Nord Piano 5. Connecting the output of those devices to the input of the OP-1 field, monitoring out through the OP-1 field, and then basically like being able to just noodle around, for lack of a better word, on the piano, on different sounds, different melodies, etc. And then like when I kind of like come up with something that I think sounds interesting, just instantly record that to tape and then loop that on the OP-1 field and add drums to it. Like, those things are very, very, very fun for me. What hasn't been fun yet is using it standalone and saying, all right, I'm going to create some music from scratch on the OP-1 field, and that hasn't been fun for me. I haven't had a great time using the sequencers on it. I haven't had a great time being forced to not be able to use quantization, even though like I understand why that's not a thing that's on the OP-1 field, or at least I think I understand why. I don't know maybe exactly why, but I've had some conversations with some of the folks there. So quantization, the undo thing I'm fine with. I don't mind not having an undo on there. But I'll also say one other thing that I am using the OP-1 field with currently. It's been a little bit of a back and forth on like how it doesn't do exactly what I want it to, but it's kind of close. I should say 2 things. One of them is that I love making music on the iPad. I have the iPad mini right now, maybe upgrading actually today to the new iPad M4. I just woke up this morning feeling like I want it. I don't know. I kind of feel like I want to sell the mini. If I can get someone to pay a decent amount for it, I could see myself getting either the 11 or the 13 inch. That's another video for another day. Basically, I love using Chord Gadget. I don't love the fact that there's a lot of negatives there. Don't love the fact that there's not headphone jack on the iPad. I've spoke about that many times, but there, of course, is a headphone jack on the OP-1 Field. So there's been a scenario where I've connected with just one USB-C cable, the OP-1 Field to my iPad, and then use the OP-1 Field as a MIDI controller and an audio interface for things like Core Gadget. And that works super well. I haven't done it in a while. I think I might actually do it a little bit right now when I get to I'm actually at my destination. When I walk to the destination, I'm actually at Lifetime Fitness, where I work out from, obviously, but also do work from there. And so I'm going to do a little editing of this video, and I might do some creative stuff there. Or maybe I'll save the creative stuff for the cafe. I kind of like doing the more fun stuff at the cafes because it's a little bit more of a vibe there. But we'll see. We'll see how I feel once I get there. It's kind of raining and nasty, and I had to park super far. So I'm going to be drenched by the time I get there, unless if it stops by the time this video is over. But I digress. Okay, so yes, that setup with a mobile setup there, right? Connecting headphones to the OP-1 Field, using it as to hear the audio of Core Gadget, and then also sending MIDI data, right, with the keyboard. That's really, really, really cool. That works super well. And then similar to that, like I have a MacBook Pro, so I've been using Ableton, and I've been not having the greatest time using it, but kind of fun, but not amazing. So still, the jury's still out on Ableton, I think. The jury's not out. People love Ableton, but I don't know if it's as fun for me to use as other ways of making music right now. And I don't know if it ever will be. So I'm still figuring out if I want to kind of keep going down that road or just use the things that are fun for me. Like, why force the issue kind of thing. So I'm figuring that piece out. But Ableton, okay, so same setup, USB-C cable, and then using the OP-1 Field as both the input and output for audio. I thought that would allow me to use the OP-1 Field sounds in Ableton audio tracks, use the keyboard for a controller, use the headphone jack for audio interface, and all the things. My issue was that when I set that up, it kind of makes sense in hindsight. It's obvious what I needed to do. But when I set that up as an audio input and output, when I recorded audio in and then I went to the next track and tried to record some more audio in, it would record everything that Ableton was playing because it's the interface. It's handling both in and out. So what I had to do, as I think about this for a second, is I had to change what did I have to do? I think I had to set audio in only, yes, I think that's right, for the OP-1 Field, and then connect my headphones to the actual laptop and monitor out that way, and I think that resolved the issue. I say all these things to say that the OP-1 Field is not at all what I thought it would be, and it's okay. I mean, I didn't purchase my OP-1 Field. I got this $2,000 device from Teenage Engineering directly. Maybe I should have started the video off saying that. And this video has nothing to do with me, convincing or trying to convince people to get one or to not get one. It's kind of just some thoughts that I have, and hopefully it's helpful for people who are maybe on the fence about the device. But ultimately, I've seen some videos, like my man Dylan Paris talked about it, I think, in one of his videos about, in his case, for $2,000, it's not worth it. And I respect that opinion 1,000%. In my opinion, is it worth the $2,000? For my use cases, I would say probably not. Honestly, the way that I'm using it right now, it would be worth $2,000 if I was able to use it in a standalone setting in a way that makes sense for me. I know many people who do use it that way, and so if you're one of those people who's less into MIDI and quantization and more into live playing and stuff like that, then and want something that's standalone, then I would say that maybe it would be worth it. But for me, there's a few things about it that just didn't do exactly what I wanted it to. But I'm still getting a ton of value and usage out of it, which has been so just really, really refreshing and really cool. So yeah, that's why I wanted to leave this video. What do you guys think about the OP-1 Field for those of you who have one? Do you use your standalone? Do you use yours with other gear mostly? I'm super curious about that. And what are some features that you guys would like to see next coming to the OP-1 Field? Because we know that it's only been out maybe 2 years now or something, I think. And so we know we got many more years to go of amazing updates and content. Or at least we think we do, right? More than likely. All right. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Check out my Patreon if you get a chance. Follow me on there to continue building this community of awesome creators like you and like me that I'm forming over on Patreon. And also check out channel memberships here on YouTube, where it's $5 a month for access to additional dope content. All right. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. See you later. Peace.